Well, hello my little sugar stickums. Welcome back to a new bullet journal video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I created my theme for April 2021. I decided to go with a black paper theme. You guys know that I love collage art, so obviously I did some collaging in my bullet journal for April 2021, but you can obviously create anything that you like. I just hope that this black out bullet journal theme inspires you to do something different, something creative. So if you want to plan/journal with me, definitely go and grab your stationery gear and get ready because we are going to create our themes for April 2020 right diddy. Let's go. Alright, let's get this show on the road, shall we? I started with getting my old magazines because I like to cut out pictures before I start with getting my collages together. And I found this black paper pad at Action, which is basically the Dutch Dollar Tree. So if you're a Dutchie, just check out Action. They often have different pieces or different colored paper pads, and I found this black one there, so it's pretty affordable. And I decided to do like a picture frame style for my goal page. I always start off with writing down my goals at the beginning of each new month. So I decided to create photo corners, if you will, that hold everything together on this page. And I've also learned not to stick everything to the page immediately, but to first play around with the composition, because at first I would just stick everything down immediately, but the layering is what makes or breaks a collage. So I've learned to, take my time with layering first. So that's what I'm doing here. I have a lot of old books that I bought at the thrift store because they're like 50 cents or €1 or $1, if you will. And if you're on a budget or you just want to reduce, reuse, and recycle, definitely check your local thrift store for old books and magazines because they often have beautiful illustrations or interesting pieces of texts that you can cut out and then reuse in your journal. And that way you can honor the person that created the illustrations, but you can also create something new with something old. And I used this piece of paper to create a spot for writing down my goals because in March I forgot to create a space where I could write down my goals, and this time I remembered not to forget. So this beige, oldish kind of piece of paper is going to be the place where I will write down my goals. And this is why I love collage art, because you can create beautiful contrast by using different kinds of pieces of paper, which is harder to do when you doodle or draw. And then I got these beautiful rose stickers from AliExpress, and I decided there needed to be a rose on this page because I love that whole, black vampire theme with red roses. I mean, I'm an Anne Rice fan. She's my favorite author for vampire books, so I have almost every vampire book by Anne Rice, and just reminded me of her. Like, a little bit of darkness is never bad. pad. And then I've got my trusty binder with AliExpress stickers. These are semi-transparent washi tape paper stickers, I think. And I love these because they have so many different designs and different shapes. And they're awesome to create some depth, but also awesome to create some layers. So this time I decided to go for some green stickers to create that layer and depth effect. And I also got this black and white picture from a magazine. It has a quote on it, and I thought it was pretty cool because it's quite small compared to all the other pieces of paper that I was using in this collage. But I like those tiny details that make you have to look a little bit closer to see what's actually written on the page or in the picture. So that's why I like that little piece of paper with the quote on it. And then this round picture with a fern or someone holding a fern. And I just like using different shapes. And this magazine, it's called Flow, always has different illustrations in different shapes, so it's really easy to use for collages. And what I do with my stickers and my paper is that I try to create more depth by not always sticking things down at the same height. So the sticker is a little over the black paper, or it comes out higher. And this is a Posca pen. It's basically a paint pen, but this is a white one because I got this one for my watercolor paintings that I'm trying to do a little bit more often to get better at it. But it's also really cool to write down white letters or white words I should say, on a black piece of paper. But you do have to shake it really well, otherwise it's too watery. So I suggest testing out this pen before you write it down to see if the paint has been mixed enough after shaking the pen well enough. And then I did a few small simple designs because I'm not that good at doodling, but I did want to add a little bit more. Otherwise it's just one white word on one piece of black paper, and that was just a little bit too boring to me. Now that I'm editing this video, it's super satisfying to see the entire process. I guess that's why I love watching journaling videos, because you can see the process without doing too much hard work yourself. It's so satisfying seeing a collage come together, or a bullet journal spread in general. And then obviously I have to add some more stickers for depth. See how that works really well on a page when you have those semi-transparent stickers. You can see the washi tape come through and it just creates this awesome effect. And there's my beautiful vampire rose. And because I used a lot of black, I felt like I needed a bit of sparkle. So this black washi tape with the rose gold stars was the perfect addition to this page. And actually I wish I had like a glitter pen, but I don't. Otherwise I would have used some glitter. And then I mess up here because the Posca paint wasn't dry, and I moved my hands across the page and I smudged out some of the little dots, but hey, just pretend it isn't there. And I wonder if you also notice that while you're doing a new bullet journal spread, you get this sense of self and calm washing over you. I personally always feel a lot better after actually moving my hands, sticking pieces of paper down to the page, because when I journal, there's nothing else I can do because I'm not good at multitasking. So I really have to pay attention when, for instance, I am creating this new tracker for April. This is going to be my my workout and fasting tracker. I've been using this tracker for a couple of months now, and it's been very beneficial to me because every time I keep track of something, I kind of gamify doing things that are important to me. And when I gamify things for myself, my brain picks it up better. So if you have trouble getting into a new habit, try using trackers, because every time you get to write down that you actually did something that you wanted to achieve, to me is very satisfying, and maybe it helps you too. Obviously, we're going to add some black to this tracker page as well, because we're doing a black bullet journal theme for April 2020. And I thought I'd keep it simple on the tracker page because I have less space to add paper and stickers and stamps. So I decided to go for this kind of a, what can you call it? It's not a polka dot. It's more of if you're looking at the sky at night, like a star sky, but then black. And then I started layering pieces of paper, and these pieces of paper are from what's it called? It is a book with poetry, Dutch poetry, but it's like really bad poetry. So I don't feel too bad ripping up the pages because it just looks really cool in my journal to use poems that aren't too cool, so I can stick pictures over it if I want to, but it does add something to the page when you see a piece of paper with text, because it gives that little vintage vibe. And because we have Easter in April, I decided to use this Easter stamp. Happy Easter. I got this on AliExpress. And I like using stamps because it gives a bit more depth without doing too much trouble. And as you can see, I have this binder filled with illustrations that I cut out from magazines. And it's such a nice thing to have, because if you can't find something in a magazine you always have like a binder with backup illustrations and pieces of paper that you can use to create a collage or add to your journal spread. So I highly recommend that when you have nothing to do, just, take an hour out to get an old magazine and cut out all of the beautiful images and illustrations that you like so that you have a backup for when you're collaging or journaling. And these are also semi-transparent washi tapes that I like a lot, and I didn't realize it, but this sticker pad also has black and white stickers, and I was like, ooh, yeah, I need that. And I want to talk about this tracker page just a little bit more, because you guys know that I'm a minimalist, so I do definitely think less is more. And that's why my bullet journals are a little bit less filled with trackers and whatnot. I see that some people have trackers for everything, which is obviously good if it's helping you in your daily life. But for me, I just want to track things that I find hard to, create a new habit for. And I also, like I said, love that gamification. So if you can find trackers that actually help you create a new habit that is actually beneficial for your life, I'd say do it. If not, get rid of the tracker. Otherwise, you're creating trackers for nothing, and it feels like such a bummer if you look at those trackers at the end of the month and you can't see any progress. That's just, it's a little saddening. So just do trackers that really work for you and then actually use them. And I just want to touch on the fasting part of this tracker because I just finished my third 36-hour fast. I actually did 39 hours, so I'm pretty proud of myself. And fasting has turned out to be easier than I thought it would be. I also posted a video about it that goes in depth about fasting, so if you want to see that, it is up on my YouTube channel, right, Diddy? Now we're going to create another page with trackers. Last month I added a snack tracker, but I decided that I don't want to track my food anymore because I'm doing intermittent fasting and I'm doing the 36-hour fasts. I decided I'm not going to do any diet anymore. Obviously, I'm trying to eat low carb as possible, but if I feel like eating a cookie, I don't want to create this guilty feeling and I don't want to track it. So I'm eating exactly what my body is asking for and I'm enjoying it while I'm doing the fasting for a healthy weight loss. I'm very happy about it. So the second tracker is going to be for my weight because I do have to lose some weight and I like tracking my weight progressions because like I said, I love that gamification. I love being able to write down a positive number and it does help me to reach my goals. So that's why I do have a weight tracker. And obviously on this page, I'm adding more black paper. And I found this really cute illustration where actually it's a photo of a little bottle with a small crystal in it and a piece of paper that says explore. And I thought it was very fitting, that word, explore, because April is obviously the month of spring and people usually go outside a little bit more and we try to figure out what's new, meet new people, make new friends, go on a date and whatnot. And that is really my goal. I want to make new friends that I can keep for life and I want to find a nice boyfriend, man friend, husband, if you will. So I really do want to explore more. And I just found this little fern. Is it a fern? Yeah, I think it's a fern leaf. I found it in my sticker book and I was like, yeah, gotta use it. And I also wanted to put in the black washi tape with the rose gold stars for a little bit of shine. Ooh, and I forgot to show you my trusty date stamp. I love that date stamp so much. I don't know why. Probably because my handwriting sucks. And I do want to write down the dates, or in this case, stamp down the dates so that I know when I created this tracker. And this is my good stuff page because I like creating a page where I have to write down one good thing per day. And I started doing this in January 2020. Realize that there's a lot of good things in my life, and I think that's really important, especially right now, because we're all living in this really weird limbo where we basically cannot get out of, like none of us, nobody in the world. So it's good to write down the small details of your life that make it better and just be happy. And I hate using the word grateful because I think it's an overused and hyped word. But every little positive thing that you can get in a period of crisis is something to be grateful for. So, yeah, I have a roof over my head. I have a nice family. I'm starting to make new friends. And I do something positive every day. So I write that down every day. And it really helps me to stay in a good mood. And then to put the finishing touch down is this little black branch with funny little looking leaves to end that collage. And then this is the final results. We have a goal page, we have a fasting and workout tracker, then we have a weight loss tracker, and on the right page we have a good stuff only page. And I really like it. I hope you liked doing this April theme with me, and I would love it if you send me pictures of your bullet journal spreads for April 2021. You can tag me at Gaia Quintana on Instagram because I can like your pictures then and share them in my stories, because you know, we gotta keep this My True Life family alive. And we can do that by supporting each other on the gram. And if you want to, you can follow My True Life on Clubhouse as well. All of the links to my blog with all of the pictures of this bullet journal spread will be linked in the first comment below. So if you're looking for extra tips and tricks or pictures of what I did because the video maybe went a little too fast, links are in the first comment below. And if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, definitely thumbs it up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I post one bullet journal video a month for the coming month. So that way we can both organize our thoughts, create new trackers for the month to come, and really just use our creativity to create our true lives, the lives that we actually want to live, because that's why I like bullet journaling. It helps me organize my mind and therefore my life. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, which will be a fashion video. I think we're going to create a new capsule wardrobe for spring. So if you're into that, definitely keep on watching next week, Sunday. See you then. Love you. Goodbye.